Hey guys, welcome to Panthers Forecast. So I'm going to be talking today about today's game against the Arizona Cardinals, and I'm just wrote down some notes and then just letting y'all know to see how I feel about this upcoming game. So to start off, I am kind of nervous about this game and the results. If we lose, we're going to be going down 0-2, and then that's probably going to be another year of hearing if Bryce is the quarterback and you know, next year's quarterback draft doesn't really look all too good. I know people are trying to put like Arch Manning as the number one quarterback, but to me, honestly, I kind of view him more as like a Sam Ellinger type, and Sam Ellinger didn't really like pan out too well in the NFL, but then also Texas doesn't really have as many great weapons as they used to when Quinn Ewers was the quarterback of the team. And then you have like Drew Aller with Penn State, and I think he's pretty good. That's one of the quarterbacks I'd be looking at, and I know there's the other quarterback in South Carolina that's been getting a lot of draw and pull. I don't know about the Clemson quarterback Cade if I would want him over Bryce, but it's not really looking good. It's not looking like the same year that I believe Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels came down. So we gotta hopefully prevent that narrative of Bryce, not being our quarterback. Because I mean this next draft class doesn't really look too good. And then Andy Dalton. I mean, I don't know how long he can, you know, keep up the flame of the team for that much longer. I mean, our best bet would be have to be Hendon Hooker on the team and see if he could, give us some life or sparks, which could honestly be a good that'd probably be our last hope right there. Would be like Hendon Hooker, but for this game, I think we got to minimize Kyler Murray's run potential. I think that's what's going to keep Arizona alive and then also we need to get to Kyler Murray. But what's going to keep Arizona alive is him being able to run around, get extra yards on the run. That's going to be our big thing with Evero, and then this could also be a game where Avero's defense. How he has it managed is going to probably come under question in this game if we cannot contain him. Because I don't really fear their running backs in Arizona. I'm looking at their depth chart, and they got Trey Connor and Trey Benson. We should be able to stop that. I thought we were going to be able to stop Jacksonville pretty well, but then we had mixed tackles, and then that led to ETN getting that 70-yard rush. But James Conner is almost really the same kind of runner as Chuba Hubbard, just probably I would say not as consistent. I think Chuba's still young and he can still get it. James Conner's been in the league for a bit. I know he's been in the league probably like 4 or 5 years longer than James. Well, not what I say, James Conner, Chuba Hubbard. But I believe our defense should be able to stop that. I think our main problem is going to come down to Kyler Murray running around. If we stop his receivers, then Kyler Murray is just gonna run outside of the pocket or run in between the middle and get those 7 yards. And I think that's what's gonna help them. Open up probably the pass game a little bit more, and then have the Panthers sort of like situated. But I do think that we can stop their run, and I just think it's going to come down to containing Kyler Murray for that. And then I do think that we need to see more of Jimmy Horn in this game. I don't understand why. Well, we need to hurry up and get Jimmy Horn in the game and start getting more speed into the game. I'll see this game how like Hunter Renfro goes out, but I really do think that Jimmy Horn needs to be playing more in this game, and we definitely need XL to step up in this game. We can't have any more of those like Jonathan Mingo s plays where you're catching the ball and then you can clearly get 2 feet in, but you go out. We have to get Excel going. I don't think this game we need to do the same thing as our Jacksonville game where we were just constantly running and running. We need to mix it up and we need to hurry up and get Bryce into a rhythm. I think that's the biggest thing because Bryce is a little streaky, and if you get him in a rhythm and if you get Bryce going, then I think he can keep it for the whole game. So yeah, I would hopefully would love to see Jimmy Horn, just to see how his speed could help out. But hopefully Hunter Renfro and Bryce can have a connection. As far as Ted McMillan, uh, Ted is fine. Yeah, we're gonna get him, the ball downfield and whatnot. I think Ted's going to be fine in this game. I'm looking at their corners now. They do have Will Johnson, who was that seventh pick. I do know that at one point we were slided to get him, but as far as they got Buda Baker, which that could be a problem as a free safety. But yeah, Will Johnson, and then they got Max Milton. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna really our receivers should have that much problem, but then again, that would have to be on Bryce, either getting flustered out and making an errant decision. But I mean, in this game, we're 7 points, I think, underdogs in this game, so that's a whole touchdown. They got the Cardinals beating us by, but I think that we can play spoiler and we can get the win in this game. I don't think that the Cardinals. The only thing with the Cardinals is just Kyler Murray's running ability. That's the only thing that got me because that can open up a lot. Because just seeing our defense having a hard time with Trevor Lawrence, when he was in the pocket, and he was able to scram for that one big gain. Kyler Murray is way more elusive than Trevor Lawrence. So we have to get him contained, and I think if we get him contained and get a decent amount of sacks, probably like 3, 4, or 5, then we'll be looking good in this game. Rico Dowdle, yeah, we have to get him more involved. We got to get more explosive running plays in this game. We can't just be focusing on Chuba having these, sort of like 5, 4. We got to get Rico Dowdle more involved. I thought we were going to have more of a two-head running back system, but it was just mainly just pound Chuba, pound Chuba, pound Chuba. We got to start getting Rico Dowdle some more touches in this game. Yeah, and um, another concern is just pretty much. Yeah, so that's pretty much my concern in this game. It's just Kyler Murray running ability, and as well as I would say the narrative over Bryce Young not being our quarterback, and then us starting to panic and questions about firing Canales and Avero. Well, really, Avero's getting most of the heat from the Panthers fan base, but yeah, if we go into, man, I mean, I don't think it's completely over, but I do think if we go 0-2, and if this game, so the last few, I believe there's a record that like the last either 10 or 12 games, Panthers have allowed a 200-yard rusher. If James Conner, now it probably if Murray gets 100 yards rushing and Conner gets 100-yard rushing, that's obviously 200. That might be it for Avero. I mean, Avero could possibly he could probably get canned after this game. But yeah, I just don't really want us to have all of these like coaching issues, going forward or whatnot. But yeah, that's my thought on the game. Is that I think that if we contain Kyler Murray, we'll be good. But I do think that this game should be a bit closer. But yeah, that's what I got for today. Thanks.